Hello, everybody. My name is Elijah, and I'm here with Andres and Diego, per usual. This is episode 18 of the For the Best Football podcast. Every Monday or Tuesday, episode is released. So if you're interested in that, this interests you, please. Oh, all right. And
Keep going. It's for the show. It's for the show. Keep going.
If more of these interest you, please consider subscribing, like the video, blah blah blah. So while Diego's doing whatever he's doing, beginning of every episode, I start with a question for all three of us. I'm going to do another one today, per usual. I'll go first to give you guys a little extra time. My question today is, who is your most Oh, there it is.
we needed a shout out for this man today.
Okay.
Top goal scorer in Tottenham's history. Third player ever to score 200 goals for a single Premier League club. On his way to break the record for most goals in the Prem.
As if we
first player to score 100
every week.
Away. I mean, like, I could go on. The list goes on. That's what makes Harry Kane Harry Kane. I love that man.
Can we just rewind last week to him shitting on his club? Now he's hyped.
Whoa, no. I'm not talking about Tottenham. I'm talking about Harry Kane particularly. We can talk about Tottenham another time, but Harry Kane, my guy. All right, sorry. I had to mention it because of today's game. Go on.
All right, back to the question. Back to the task at hand here. The question for today's episode. Who is, in your opinion, the most disrespected player of our generation? Most disrespected player. I'll go first to give you guys time. My vote here: goalkeeper, newly signed on loan to Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Cheeky little killer novice. Cheeky little killer novice.
You saw a post, about this?
No, I just know football. He's my.
No, because I saw a thing today. It was like the most underrated or like underappreciated thing was Navas. I saw on a post. That's why.
Definitely high up there. Very, very high up there.
Jared Navas, my I mean, Real Madrid don't win their UCLs without him. The ones with Ronaldo, that is. They don't win it without him, and then he just goes to PSG, who plays, and then they buy Donnarumma, so Navas sits on the bench, and now he's on loan in the Premier League with a really good debut, four saves to start off. His debut against a struggling lead side. So that's my vote. Now give me one of your guys'.
Dude.
Andres, I guess Diego's just gone.
I guess Diego just keeps disappearing. He has a beanie now. All right.
It's a bad hair day today, so I gotta cover it up.
Wardrobe changes mid-show. Dude, I don't know. Oh, dude, I can't do that because it hurts so much. Diego, you want to go? Take it away. I'm still thinking.
I'll be honest. I was thinking about Harry Kane, which I think is actually not even a bad shout. But with that being said, would you say recently or just like all time?
Our generation players. That is,
okay. Our generation. I see. The thing is, I was gonna say a guy, but I feel like everybody says that, so now he isn't. No one mentions Keylor Navas, but everybody says I was thinking like Busquets, but not everybody says Busquets because we all think that. So now I kind of feel like he's not even underrated. I think we all agree he's probably the best defensive midfielder of the past 15, 20 years. Damn, man. I haven't done any research. I got to think off the top of my head right now.
The lack of ball knowledge. No,
it's not that. It's just I'm trying to get an answer here.
Okay, let me throw one more then.
I'm gonna say, okay, I don't know if this is underappreciated, but I don't think everyone knows his levels or like how good he was. I don't know if this is just like lack of ball knowledge, but like Rafa Marquez, I don't know because everyone doesn't understand like how good he 100%. Was. Everyone's like, oh, he was just he played in the he played for Barcelona. He was top class. Like he was one of the best defenders in the world at one point. So like. I feel like he's underappreciated and underrated, as I think he's up there as one of the best center backs of all time, and especially one of the best players ever in Mexican history. So that's my answer, locked in.
That's a hell of a knowledge.
Shout. And also, he's actually a really good coach. And I saw a thing on Instagram about him potentially being appointed as the next Mexican national team manager, which would actually be a really good shout because he knows Mexican culture, he knows the way we should be playing. And and he's also a coach for he's one of the managers for one of the youth teams for Barcelona, I believe. So that's my selection.
I have my player now.
Okay.
Thank you for giving me some time to think.
No problem.
Thomas Muller. Muller is so underrated.
It's a great shout.
Unfortunately, like I think there's a few things I could name that I think he would have shown. Like his World Cup, since his first World Cup, Germany haven't been particularly great, so he hasn't really had time, been able to show it on the big stage. But he is so good. I think he broke. Are you good?
No, I wasn't a sneeze. I was pain from a yawn. Oh. I'm good. Continue.
Thomas Muller his assist stats over the past, I don't know, almost 10 years now are crazy. I'm pretty sure he almost has like teens at least, like 12, 15.
Oh no, we lost Diego. No.
Oh, this is embarrassing to just be. Oh, there he is. He's back.
I like that. Yeah. That one's on me. Well, not on me, but
Diego's everywhere today.
Sorry, it's shitty internet. Yeah, Muller. I'm just gonna end it there. Thomas Muller. He's underrated. There you go.
Also, his work rate's insane for his age as well.
Very true.
Yeah.
Player I was gonna shout was, of course, Olivier Giroud. He's arguably the most underrated striker of the whole of our generation, in my opinion.
Yeah. I want to shout someone up as well.
No.
Go ahead.
We're shouting out everybody.
No. They're plenty. Actually, I'm now coming back. It's coming back to me. You got me on the spot at first. I have plenty of players I could name. I think that are very underrated. But just to keep it short, I think this guy, I do have to bring it back to Tottenham. Ledley King is a severely underrated player. He is an older player. I think we're talking like early 2000s, but very, very, very good defender on his day. He was very injury prone. I think I don't remember the exact thing. You guys can look it up later. Something to do with like his bone cartilage in his knees or something like that. He had very little, so scrape against bone against whatever. So he had trouble playing like multiple games in a row. But I'm pretty sure like the statistics are like if he played a game compared to when he didn't, they would almost always they had 30-40% higher chance of winning the game, like something insane like that. He's just extremely good. I remember there was a Lampard or someone said like if fully fit he could have been a starter for England and been one of the world's best, but unfortunately he suffered from a disability in his, well, I don't know about disability, but genetic
condition.
Yeah, genetic condition. Yeah.
Now you got me thinking. Now I want to say Mark Noble
we're done.
too.
We're done.
But
we're done.
You guys
we're done with the question.
That's fine.
We're done with the
I
question.
keep going. Cavani's pretty underrated.
No,
Di Maria's pretty underrated.
Oh, Jesus.
I just want to say Mark Noble. That was because it's genuine. Mark Noble was class.
Mark Noble, that's fair. I won't put him in the bracket of the players I just mentioned.
To me, there's a difference between underrated skill and just like unacknowledged longevity. I think there's two very different things. And I think Mark Noble is known for more so one than the other. So
skill wise, he was never like
that's all I'm gonna say.
One of the world's best or anything.
Yeah, it's not underrated talent. It's just I don't know. Okay, we're done with that. We're done with that.
Okay,
we're done with that.
Solid shouts for all of us.
We're moving. That was like literally the first 10 minutes of the whole video. We're moving.
Diego kept leaving, and then
hey, you want me to go?
Not even.
No, because of the lag. That's what I was saying, not because you were leaving from.
I lagged once, and it was like 30 seconds. That wasn't that long.
Right,
oh, that you twice? I didn't know it was like twice. My bad.
Yeah. Anyways, it's fine.
Okay.
All right. We're moving on. Let's see. Okay, last episode, we talked about Wrexham a little bit and their relation to MLS, and then we reposted that video, and it's doing bits right now, like 400 some views, and then like 20 something likes, a lot of comments, which we greatly appreciate. Thank you if you watched that as well and commented and engaged with that in any way. Thank you very much.
Thanks for correcting me too. Appreciate it.
So yes. So I'm going to keep on the Wrexham topic a little bit. I want to talk about this summer, Wrexham coming to the USA, but I don't know if you guys know this. They're not coming to the USA in the way you think they are. Like normally, okay, you know that address. Okay, normally we hear these teams come to the US. They'll play friendlies against MLS teams. They'll play tournaments against each other. The most notable would be the ICC, which Dago and I have been to a couple times. And yeah, but this time they're not doing it. They're playing in a different tournament called. I have it put up here. It is called the soccer tournament. That's what it's called. That's the tournament's name. It's TST.
In North Carolina.
TST in North Carolina. It is a 7v7 winner-take-all competition from TBT Enterprises, and they're playing in it, or a version of the team is what it says. $1 million prize. A version of the team. 7v7. Other teams include Team Dempsey, which is a Clint Dempsey organized team. #United. Pretty popular. Pretty social media wise, pretty popular team there over in the UK. I forget how to pronounce it. Liga Maki Side Club Necaxa. Okay, they're playing it as well. A U.S. woman, a team of former women's national players teams.
That's cool.
Are playing in it. Yeah. So, but there's 32 total slots. There's 32 total teams. So 16 versus 16, I would assume, on each side of the bracket. And Wrexham happened to be the team. Happened to be 18 minute. So I just want to talk about it. I just want to see what are you guys' thoughts on that? Is that I want to say a point here. In we're seeing a lot of non-professional level football competitions recently, most notably the Kings League. Now we have this. I don't know, is this something that we want to see more of? Something that we like Wrexham being a part of? Something that's overall better for the footballing world, community, blah blah
blah. Well, I think it's actually not the Wrexham first team; it's the legends. So like the big players that used to play for the team, I believe. But I think maybe some current players may go because it's during the summer.
Big players.
Hey, I'm just saying. They said I looked it up because I was like, "What Wrexham legends?" So I kept looking at it. I looked into
big
it.
Big players when they were in the 10th division.
When they were in, I guess when they used to be like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought I'm a bit. I feel like we were a bit false
legends to us. It's
yeah, legends of the club, I guess. But I feel like we were a bit misconstrued. Not misconstrued, lied to a bit, clickbaited when they said Wrexham was coming to the U.S. because originally it sounded like it was the team was coming here, but now we found out that it's just the old players that used to play for the team. Maybe a couple current players.
The article does say as well, alongside it, they will be making their. It says Wrexham advisor to the board, Sean Harvey, tells front office support of the club's first team plans to make its American debut as part of preseason this summer. So they will still be there for that. It just hasn't been announced yet, but. This is on top of that, I feel, or maybe first. Maybe first.
It's a cool idea, cool competition. I wish it wasn't in North Carolina so we could actually go see it. That would be great. I wish it was in California because California has more people, and I feel like more people would go.
I want to assume though that the Enterprises is based in North Carolina though for that. They also just so they do have a basketball thing. Right, like it's kind of the basketball tournament, TBT. I think that's what it stands for, TBT Enterprises. Yeah. So,
but it's a cool idea. I mean, hashtag is going to be there, so that's cool. That's interesting. Spencer did confirm that on Twitter when it first got announced, but yeah, in the article as well. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see a YouTube group go against almost a professional team, which probably by the tournament they will be in the 4th division of English football. So that'd be cool to see, and also the women's the Pro Women's League team. That would be cool to watch. I hope it's live streamed because I'd actually watch that.
Oh, there's no way it won't be. I mean, especially after the whole Kings League thing. I was going through TikTok today too much, and I came across the Kings League live stream 3 different times, and I watched it all 3 times. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do the same thing, and live stream it. I don't know. I think it's pretty big. I'm curious to see. We only know of 4-6 teams. 9 teams. I don't know whether 5, but out of 32, I mean, anyone can be here. If they get a United Legends team going, that'd be so hype.
Yeah,
that'd be so hype. Cool. But yeah, it's cool. I like it a lot. It's different. That's why I wish it was more accessible. But I like to see things like this that they can do more than just, especially in a preseason, right? Because it doesn't matter who your team is playing. You don't really watch preseason too often. Sometimes you can't. A lot of times you can't even watch preseason. Physically, there's no ability to do so. So that's something cool, something to keep us occupied during. I like. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Wrexham plays MLS teams. I don't know how much we all know about Wrexham, but are they winning? Are they beating these MLS teams? Are we giving more credit to Wrexham or giving more credit to MLS teams here if they were to play them in friendlies?
Probably not beating the MLS teams.
Well, the MLS
actually, you never know. I mean, if they can go toe to toe with the Sheffield team, a Sheffield United team in the championship, the MLS is a lot of times very heavily comparable to championship, lower championship, upper
what teams.
League One. I don't know.
The better MLS teams are obviously.
I would be shocked. I'd be shocked if LAFC weren't a part of the lineup. It's got to be LAFC.
LAFC isn't that during season though? That's the only issue. It's during the MLS season, I think, because our season's whack.
It is true, because MLS starts in like 4 weeks.
They could send the youth team. I mean, realistically, if they wanted to, they could send the under 18s.
I mean, they still might though. Last year, last preseason, Chelsea came and played against like 3 MLS teams during the season, or like they played against Charlotte, and they still played against them. It was just like during an off week or something. For fitness or whatever. So yeah, they debut like a 16-year-old and everything. So like it doesn't really care. So I think they can still do it, but I think like LAFC would be 100% be part of it just because like the financial level, the exposure. I mean, Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds, that's already a relationship right there. They can just construe it that way. Hollywood, blah blah blah.
Galaxy probably just because it's the other LA team.
Maybe Galaxy. I would say Inter Miami. Probably would be there. Because of Bex.
David Beckham, Ryan Reynolds did
and Austin
documentary.
Austin FC with what's his name? McConaughey?
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So, I could do that.
I think they would take the cake though. Because, they're for the professionals technically. Out of everybody there, they're like the playing professionals. Because the Wrexham legends. But yes, there's gonna be the first team. But they'll be out of practice though, if you think about it. So the MLS teams, if they were involved, would do better, hypothetically speaking, because they'll be in preseason or at least in season to an extent.
True. I guess you never know. Okay. I'm gonna bring up a little bit of it was our very first episode or second episode. We talked about him.
Throwback.
A little callback to our beginnings there. Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba is currently in the process of being almost released from Juventus after one injury too many, not doing anything, bad attitude. I don't know if you guys saw that. You guys might have seen that. That was a headline a couple 3 days ago, but apparently Juventus are like sick and tired with Pogba, and they might be looking to terminate his contract because he hasn't played since he signed like last summer. He's maybe played in a couple games. I don't even know if they're official games. But yeah, they want to release him, and he's 29. He's 29. I don't know.
Better than Ronaldo.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to United. They sign him, and then he goes back to Juventus afterwards, and then the cycle repeats. It already happened once.
It's the Saudi league for him. He's going to the Saudi league.
MLS. I see him going to MLS. If I'm being honest.
It's whoever pays him more money to sit on the bench.
I don't.
If he goes to MLS, he's playing, right? He's playing.
No, because he'll be injured, so he'll be on the bench. True. So it's whichever team gives him the most money, I think. So it's definitely the size.
I think it'd be cool to see him go back to France, but that would mean he has to lower his salary demands. And knowing Pogba's attitude and behavior, that's probably not going to happen. With that being said, Pogba was when he's in form is actually an insane player. He can do it all, and that he's so good. And very very unfortunate that what held him back was a bit of bad form, or not bad form, bad behavior, and also probably not the best of teams to play under at United during his prime. But I don't know, man. I remember watching him for France in that World Cup with Conte as a double pivot. So good, such a good midfield pair.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. So yeah, that was. It's unfortunate that we're seeing the ending of his, or hopefully not, but maybe the ending of his career is coming soon.
Yeah, which is sad because he's 29. Like I said, he's 29.
Yeah, I know. So sad.
He wasted a lot of his career, unfortunately.
I mean, that's what personality almost does to you, as well as injuries. But yeah, I mean, in his prime, United, he was top 3 midfield in the world. Even near the end of his career at United, everyone was still talking about him like he was. Like no one really doubted him even afterwards. And then I don't know. Could this be the result of the curse put on him, like we talked about in the very first few episodes? No, I'm just kidding. I don't think he's going back to France because I don't think he would lower his standards enough to play with anyone in France besides PSG. You know, like I think in Pogba's mind, if he's going to these leagues, he wants to go to the best team that's going to win. Like he went to United, plays at Juventus. He would want to play at PSG. I don't know where he would go other than MLS.
It's the Saudis. He's going to the Saudis. They're gonna give him
I could see
money.
that too, but would he? Yeah, it's true. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Al Nassr, Ronaldo's team, is currently actively scouting him, or scouting him on the bench as best they can.
Think of that Pogba Ronaldo link up in that league. That would be dangerous.
Ronaldo being there already is dangerous. Ronaldo scored his first goal the other day. The penalty.
Firing the league up. You know what's so funny is these. I know this is gonna be off topic, but like these social media accounts, specifically like football accounts, are like, oh my gosh, Ronaldo scored his first goal. Don't mention the type of goal he scored, but now I know it was a penalty.
No, literally.
I know.
Shocked. Like I've seen I forget what accounts, like 433, Sport Bible, maybe. I forget which accounts it was, but like I don't think it was Al Nassr, but some other Saudi team beat like the African like champions in like the Club World Cup, and they posted about it. No one would post about the Saudi Arabia League or care about it if Ronaldo wasn't over there. And I don't even care about it.
I think they beat Seattle Sounders.
No, that was oh yeah, well, okay. There's 2 Arabic teams or something. I don't know. It was a different matchup. It was a different matchup, but but I mean, even then, like no one would care about these teams without Ronaldo being there. Good for them, but I don't even care about him now. I don't know. I think it's a waste. I feel like
Ronaldo.
The Saudi Arabian League is like where everything goes. Every player goes to not die, but the career goes to die.
It's the new MLS.
Like, I wouldn't even say that. I would say it's the new China. Like I couldn't. That's a whole nother topic, by the way. The Chinese Super League isn't even a thing anymore. It is, but it's not in the same vein. But Saudi Arabia is slowly becoming, with the amount of money being put in, and the way that they're able to bring people over, who are still good. It's like China again. Shoot. If they want to sign me, I'll go play. If they want to pay me anything.
Yeah, exactly. If I was a professional and I was towards the end of my career and I saw that paycheck, shit, I would not mind. That sets me up for a while. So
yeah,
I would not complain. Yeah. But at the same time, it's funny. But
it's hilarious.
I can see why they go.
Yeah,
they secure the brag. They secure the bag for their family and for themselves.
It's the Chinese league. It's the Chinese league. It's the same thing. Okay, I'm just gonna pivot over to Chinese league then. It wasn't a topic I was going to talk about, but I've been reading up on it and watching videos about it. What happened? Where did the Chinese league go? I don't know if you guys remember, but like the past like 3-4 years ago, it was the whole there they go buying Oscar from Chelsea. There goes Diego Costa over there. There goes Hulk playing in Chinese again. Arnautovic.
Or Iniesta, but like an old Iniesta. So does it really matter? No.
Iniesta plays in Japan. It's different. This is racist.
Yeah, my bad. Apologies.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. As soon as I said, I was like, wait, no, I think he played for the Japanese league. Never mind.
Diego and I've seen him play actually for Vissel Kobe.
Oh, you guys went when they played LAFC?
We did.
Yeah.
Where the hell was the invite? Oh shit!
I don't even think I was friends with you at the time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I understand. I understand.
I went to go watch Dortmund LAFC 2 with Warren and Kobe.
I understand. Like, cool. It's
freshman
fine.
year. I wasn't friends with you again. I wasn't friends with you.
It's cool, man.
I don't even think you're in my health class. Yeah, it's okay. Never mind. Beside the point. It's beside the point. But yeah, like what happened back to the Chinese league? I was obviously you guys know. I think I know more than you guys because I was watching videos on it. But it's like they put so much money into it, like politically. The president or whatever, dictator, it's the same thing over there, but they wanted to put so much money into it and stuff, put up this league, and then like the league lost all its investors or something, and now it's just like nothing. Like there's so many leagues that went to administration and don't count as league anymore, and there's nothing. And how
FIFA?
is yeah they are.
Diego, check.
They are.
I can't type.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
They are. I know the players are packed enough in Ultimate Team. But I was just gonna say, what? Why is the Chinese national team not good? There's so many people over there.
I think it's the same thing. It's the same reason with the U.S., isn't it? That it's not enough investment in the sport.
There's no structure.
Not enough, yeah.
I don't even. Yeah.
Also, you could say COVID kind of killed it because China took some very big
That's
precautions.
True as well.
So
that's true as well. I mean,
and they still are. So
China, outside of football, they're dealing with a lot more things than most of these countries are. But that's just as a Chinese thing. But I mean, even then, you have certain people. There's got to be like at least 11 players that could rival the best in the world, right? At least.
Out of all the billion people there, you'd think so.
You would hope
so.
Yeah,
11 out of a billion. You sure hope so.
I mean, you compare them to South Korea, and South Korea are like arguably the best Asian team. No, Japan, maybe Japan.
I think Japan's better. Well, Japan is better.
Yeah, okay, so Japan. But like the size is like not comparable, and they're just so much better.
I don't know. You could say culture, but at the same time, like culture, that's not their culture anyway. In Japan is football, so you can't even say that. I genuinely don't know. I think it's just the structure. Like I don't know. I think maybe structure. COVID, I think took a massive toll, but I think it was structure all along. Structure as my.
When are we going to open the conversation that communism does not equal soccer? Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. That's just, I don't want to get that political. I don't want to get that political.
Bro, now our video is going to be blocked in China.
I know. We don't get viewers from there anyway.
I want to mention, I was looking up the most popular sports in China, and you want to know what the number one is?
Basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, basketball.
Croquet. Yeah, it's basketball.
Yeah, it's basketball. And can we be honest? It's not like they're making much of an impact in basketball anyway. Yeah. So I just think the sports aren't really their thing over there, you know? This is not a stereotype here with Asian or anything, okay? Don't. This isn't an Asian stereotype. I'm just saying, purely statistically speaking, it's not their thing. It's obviously not something they're putting a lot of money into. Or a lot of investment. If basketball is the most popular sport, and the last good player was what, Yao Ming? Like, come on, like let's be honest here. They're not really a sporting country, and it's unfortunate. Well, I mean, not. I guess maybe they have different priorities, but in our point of view, I guess it's unfortunate because they could have some good talent over there.
Well, they're focusing on becoming the biggest economy and country in the world. We think they should implement more soccer. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's our opinion.
Simple as that.
Just put us as the leaders of the committee for the Chinese Chinese Soccer Foundation Association Foundation.
They'll trust Elijah.
Association.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no.
What?
All right. I want to move on to a team that I'll just let Andres. Andres is in so much pain doing this right now.
He's red.
He's so good. For context, Andres tweeted his back. He tweeted his back doing something. He might pass away.
Episode right now.
I'm good.
All right. Okay. Let's pivot. Let's pivot.
Diego so much.
Let's pivot to a team that was beaten 3-0 over the weekend, having arguably, as rough as it is, a worse season than Chelsea.
What do we think of Liverpool? Shit. Sorry.
I mean, yeah. I think I'm going to center around. Is it time for Klopp to leave, or for them to get rid of Klopp? Is that the answer to all that's going on over in Merseyside?
Can I just say, we've said this 100 times. Firing the manager is never ever the perfect solution. No. It can be a hopeful part of it. Absolutely. We've seen it happen. We saw Sean Dyche over Frank Lampard. Look at that.
Sean Dyche? It's been one game, but yes.
It's one game.
Was Lampard getting that win against Arsenal? I don't think so.
That's true. So. That's a very good point. It also was a set-piece goal, but that's okay.
Exactly. Who doesn't love Sean Dyche? That's we're not going to get on that. Where was I? Right. Klopp. I come on, man. I think firing is a little bit of a jump there. Let's be honest.
I don't think he should be fired. I think one more year of this, If they don't get European football, in any capacity, or if they don't get Europa and higher, and if he does it for one more year, then it's gone. Then he should just be done.
Absolutely.
I do want to bring up the fact though that where's Cody Gakpo? Where the hell is Cody Gakpo? He's been missing since the World Cup.
He has.
He's been having a stinker. 0 goal contributions in 6 games. He's 1 game away from being the next 007 after Jadon Sancho. Yeah, and I feel like I don't want to say he was supposed to save the team, but he was supposed to help. Mo Salah has been invisible. Mo Salah has been he got his bag and he's just done now. Sadio Mane was a big hit. No midfield. There's just no midfield over at Liverpool. That's it, not one. It may have been able to compete 3 years ago, but the same team can't compete right now. I don't know. Their center backs are ass. Let's be honest.
They're old. They're so old. That team is so old now.
It's such a struggle for them to move on, but at the same time, them attempting to move on. Cody Gakpo so far been abysmal. Darwin Nunez has been decent, but he needs more.
Bro, the goal, dude. I was watching the highlights. He should have passed to Salah and it would have been a tap-in, but he decided to shoot and went over the bar.
Of course, he gets his opportunities. He just can't finish them. Virgil van Dijk is not the defender he once was, and the center backs he has behind such alongside him, Joe Gomez and Joe Matip, not good enough.
Scoring goals though. Let's be real. Joe Matip loves scoring goals. No, not Joe Matip. Matip loves scoring goals.
Matip was good though. It's just like the form and confidence of all the players on that team are so low right now.
Yeah, there's a difference too, right? Like going into the transfer window, you can easily very much compare Chelsea to Liverpool, very easily, very easy. Different factors, key factors here and there, but very easy.
£600 million specifically.
I was gonna say, not. I was gonna get there. That's what I was gonna say. Like the factors that differed. Andres, go hurt your back again. Go hurt your back again, Andres.
Dude, stop.
The things that differ between them, we just got a new manager. Liverpool has had a long-term manager, but both teams have a squad that they've had for like 2-3 years now that hasn't done anything since then, which both of us win Champions League, right? But the difference now is that we've gone and spent or primed to spend 600, 500 million and bring the players we want in. Liverpool, what did Liverpool do? Who did they bring in? No one.
Cody Gakpo.
Besides Cody
Darwin Nunez.
Okay, but before the January transfer window.
Oh, well, okay. Elijah,
in January?
Hold on. I think you're criticizing the wrong.
I'm saying it's a difference. I'm saying, of course, no one's going to be able to match Chelsea. I just mean they didn't do anything. They could have at least brought 1 or 2 players in to help with what's wrong. They didn't do anything. That's the difference. It's not that they didn't spend 600 million. They didn't do anything to help that. There's been nothing to change what's going wrong.
In all fairness, this team made the Champions League final a little over 6 months ago, or closer, almost a year. But
they did. But at the same time, it's like we're not looking at the team from last year. There's nothing's going right this year. And you gotta change what's going wrong this year, don't change it because it went right last year.
Okay, here's the thing. Form is kind of is an interesting thing. I think there's some players on this team that are in bad form, but when they're in good form are still excellent and should still be kept. Like Trent Alexander-Arnold, like Mohamed Salah. They're in bad form right now, absolutely. But are they still phenomenal players at their best? Yeah. I mean, Mohamed Salah was scoring 30 goals in the Prem one season, or almost 30. Like he is extremely good, and trying to replace him in any way would be a dumb move. Well, it's just his form of sport.
That's what I'm trying to say, though. I'm not trying to say they need to replace the whole team, as in that Chelsea's trying to do. They don't. There are obviously players they don't need to replace. I think you don't replace Virgil van Dijk. You don't replace Trent. You don't replace Robertson. You don't replace Luis Diaz when he comes in. You don't replace Mo Salah. But there are things lacking in the team that need to change. That being the key thing is the midfield, and you make no change. If you bring one key piece in, and that can change the whole thing. Doesn't mean you gotta replace everyone, but that's what I mean. Like they didn't even try to bring. They didn't bring anyone in.
I think
that could impact it better.
There's a few things. Like I think their only good midfielder right now is Thiago.
Very underrated, by the way.
Another player, very underrated, very very good. But he can't one man the midfield. I think a good interesting point that I think people forgot about him. Fabinho has severely dropped off to the point where Klopp is starting. What's his name? Bezic, the youngster from the academy. I don't know how to say his name.
I don't know his name.
My screen's name, but they're starting that youngster over him in most games now. Where Fabinho was one of the best defensive midfielders, I mean, arguably was the best in Liverpool's prime, and has completely dropped off. And so there you lose a star player like that, and that hurts immediately. And the thing is, they weren't even trying to focus on defensive midfielder. They're trying to focus on Wijnaldum's old position and trying to replace someone there. Maybe Keita gets injured like every other day, so they can't play him.
And I think, this goes back a year or two. I forget when he left, but they never should have gotten rid of Wijnaldum. By the way, it was such a poor decision. I mean, and you're right. I mean, form is a big thing, right? But I think the way Liverpool's season's been going, it's a little bit deeper than form for me. You can be out of form for however many games, 5, 10, 15 games, but when it goes longer than that, then it's just like, okay, there's something that needs to be changed. You can't just be like, they'll be back in form soon. Like, they'll get over it, which they may, but you're Liverpool Football Club. You can't afford to just be like, just wait. Like, you should be winning things. Your fans expect you to be winning. The rest of the league's fans kind of expect you to be winning at this point. So while I definitely agree that form is a strange thing and can do a lot to the team, this is way deeper than form for me. I'm looking through the results throughout the whole year, and I'm like going through. I'm like, wow, like so inconsistent. And I've made it back to the beginning of the season, and nothing's changed from what I was saying. You know,
I remember last season they weren't consistent either yet. Pretty sure they were losing games they shouldn't have been losing. Like I think it started last season as well. I think the league started showing, and then this season it was completely like on full display. But also, I think we're taking the wrong approach, guys. I think the real reason is the pitch and the lights in the pitch in the stadium. I think that's the real reason they're doing so bad.
The wind, it gets windy over there.
It's windy. The lights turned off at the stadium at one point. I mean, guys, let's be real. It's not the players. It's not Klopp. It's been the pitch. It's not their fault. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
I'm looking at the results. They just lost to Wolves 3-0. They lose to Brighton, very good side. Draw to Chelsea. Lose to Brighton before that. Draw with Wolves in the FA Cup. Lose to Brentford. Barely beat Leicester on 2 own goals, by the way. I just saw something. Wout Faes, the dude who scored the 2 own goals, has scored more than any player. Yeah, he scored more than any Liverpool player since the World Cup. Lose to City, lose to AC Milan, lose to Lyon, beat Liverpool. Beat Tottenham. Lose to Leeds, lose to Nottingham Forest. Sorry, but it's just like it's again, like I said, you can be in bad form. Everyone goes through bad form every once in a while, but at some point you need to look at it and be like, okay, we can't rely on them. They're not a reliable team to get out of their funk. You have to fix something. And that goes back to me saying that they could have at least tried to change it in the January transfer window a little more. And of course, no team in the world, bar maybe one, that being PSG, can spend like Chelsea just did with their owners. I'm not saying that they need to do that, but they could have bought a new midfielder or something. They know what the injuries are doing to their team. And I think they're waiting for Jude Bellingham in the summer. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Why wait?
Well, one, he wouldn't come anyway. They can't spend on him anyway right now. They would want to wait for people to leave and for more funds to be available, blah, blah. But at this rate, if you're performing like this, would you even want to go to Liverpool over a Real Madrid, a City, a Chelsea, whatever? Like, I don't think like if that's what their plan is, why wait for him just to not get him, and then you're just throwing the season away. I don't know. I feel like Liverpool have been very, very trusting in what brought them success a few years ago. I mean, even 6 months ago. And I think it's not working. Obviously, like they need to.
I think Klopp just got to go. I think he's just got to. I think his tactics has been found out. I think it was noticeable in the past season, but this season I think teams have really figured it out. And plus, it's just the players are too freaking old. Like, yeah, you'll let players leave, but then you'll have a massive squad to fill. I mean, their bench is already we've talked about this before, but their bench is small already. And then you let players leave who are old, then you're gonna have to spend even more money on replacement players. So might as well just in that January transfer window bought replacement players, just like small fees here and there, just to have players in the first place. Yeah, they're not going to be like great quality, but they'll do the job, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
that goes down to recruiting and scouting and money.
I'm just gonna name off. Like, I'll name. I think Liverpool have unknowingly dug themselves in this hole over the years, just by relying on their solid players, which is okay because you should be able to rely on these players for this long. They're still young. Everyone's still young. The key players are still young. But I think it's just like, oh, what happens when they all get out of form at the same time? I'm going to name off the team against Wolves that they played. They started, the front three was Cody Gakpo, Darwin Nunez, Mo Salah. Beginning of the season, you're like, holy crap. That's arguably, could be arguably a top 2-3 attack in the league. Midfield is Thiago, Bajcetic, I don't know, Naby Keita. Solid. There's no qualms about elderly players, and you don't got to worry about that. And their backline is Andy Robertson, Joe Gomez, Joe Matip, Trent, and Alisson. This should be a team that's firing on all cylinders because they have been for years now, and it's not. And I don't want to say Klopp out. I don't want to say Klopp out because I'm a Chelsea fan. Of course, I know. I've seen plenty of times what happens when you let a manager go too quickly. Yeah, it never ends up well. But I don't know.
For the culture, I say Klopp out.
For the culture.
For the culture.
For my controversial opinion, Klopp out.
I mean, their bench. Okay, I'm gonna name off the players on the bench too, right? James Milner needs to go. That's given. James Milner needs to go. He has heart, but he doesn't have the physical ability to back up that heart. Jordan Henderson, solid, but not the player he was. He's got to go. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has never been the player he was supposed to be. I personally, he's good, but I don't know why they're still relying on him as if he is that player that he was supposed to form into. Curtis Jones could be very good. Harvey Elliott could be very good. Tsimikas, the left back, decent, but
solid in FIFA.
But they're treating him like he became the player he was supposed to be. Same with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and then youth players: Carvalho, Nat Phillips, and then Kelleher. I think they need to take time and sit down and look at this team selection and either improve it or figure out why it's not meshing well, or unmeshed because it was meshing well. I don't know. All these players, like a lot of Liverpool star players, at one point. You could make the argument for they were all the best in the world. Trent Alexander-Arnold, at his height, was arguably a top 3 right back in the world. Andrew Robertson, in his prime, was best left back in the league. Mo Salah, at his time, was top 2, top 3 winger in the world. Virgil van Dijk, undisputedly, the best center back in the world. And it's all gone to hell. I do feel bad for Liverpool fans too because with the team they had, it's so unfortunate that they had to have as good of a team as at the same time that City did. Yeah, Liverpool should not only have one sorry ass Champions League trophy from the game. I'm sorry. And one title. Yeah. They built a fantastic team. They should have.
I enjoy this downfall. I really do. It's funny.
I know. I love seeing like this every day. It's a tweet. You're a sick man if you like seeing Liverpool. If you like seeing this Liverpool downfall.
Fuck no. I love it.
All the comments are just pictures of someone in like a hospital bed.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which I mean, like, I don't. For the culture, I don't want to see it because I like having every team be at their best at all times. It's just like.
Fuck no. I like those 3 points.
It's an open space for another team to win, you know.
Or a point. I like that idea.
There we go. I was gonna say like for West Ham.
1 or 3. Sorry, I'm still on the high from this weekend of a point from Newcastle. Okay, that was one of our best performances this season, so I'm still on that high.
Fair.
Hey, you do you, man.
Yeah,
you do you. Have you played Liverpool this year?
Yeah, we lost.
Yeah.
We don't talk about it.
Oh.
We can though. We can talk about it once I find it right here.
No, that's fine. What's the next topic? Guys, Wrexham predictions for on Tuesday.
Oh, this is
Wrexham. I'm assuming all three of us. Yeah. Moving on to the 5th round.
Oh yeah, 1-0. They lost 1-0 to Liverpool. Darwin scored. Okay, sorry. Anyway,
the target.
I don't fucking. I don't. Sure. I don't keep up with it. I'm going Wrexham for the passion, for the heart, for Ryan Reynolds,
for the culture, for the clickbait, for the future videos. We'll go Wrexham. Yeah, all three of us.
Okay. Have you seen? do you remember? I don't know if you've seen the kit before. Early 2000s, Spider-Man 2 or 3 just came out, and at the time, the company that produced Spider-Man and all those movies, movie production company, they were sponsoring Atletico Madrid. So they had like, for on their kit, it was like the Spider-Man logo on the front, and they had a bunch of different movie logos on the front of their kit for a while. I really hope that when Deadpool 3 comes out, that the Wrexham release the best kit I've ever seen in my life, and it's just the Deadpool kit.
That would be fire.
That would cool.
be fire.
Or some commemorative kit. I don't know. They have to.
That'd be cool. I'm down for that.
So nice.
2 years, we'll find out. Find out in 2 years. That would be sick.
Is it 2 years? Is it releasing 2? It doesn't matter. This isn't a movie podcast. This is a soccer podcast. It'll get delayed. It's okay. It's Marvel.
Oh yeah, it's always gonna get delayed.
It'll get delayed. Okay, we're already at 45-ish minutes, so we'll just cut this short. Unless there's anything else you guys want to say? No? And you guys got any more underrated players that you guys want to bring up? Because you had so many earlier.
I got one.
Oh Jesus Christ! I'm kidding, but
I got one. No. I saw this thing. You liked it on Twitter, and I think the person who posted this didn't understand the full quote because they took it very personally. Jamie Carragher said that Christian Romero reminds him of Ricardo Carvalho, but that Twitter guy got a little touchy feely, and he was like, "Yo, he just says like Ricardo Carvalho," and people are like, "Oh, this is so disrespectful." I'm like, he just said he reminds him because of the aggression, the high quality defending. Romero is easily probably, well, okay, I say easily because I think so, but you guys disagree. But yeah, I think he's a top 5 center back in the league. In my opinion. Christian Romero.
You mean?
Okay. Anyway,
the Moroccan Rolls Royce.
Out of context. That's all it was. I mean, I understand. Like, he wasn't saying that in terms of how good he is. It's just the type of player.
Of course not.
It's just at a worse level than Carvalho. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing with shit teammates. Like he's not gonna be able to show his true potential until he actually has hot teammates that are his quality at the back line. But anyways, Christian Romero is underrated. If you're asking about underrated players, I'll give you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to bring up a quick.
Emerson Royale dropped another 10 out of 10 today.
Diego,
you
can't say anything, Diego.
You didn't even fucking watch the game. Shut up.
He dropped a 10 out of 10.
Last week you were saying you still wanted out of the club, and I was saying he has one more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's a 10 out of 10.
Well, to be fair, Diego did say that he has those one-off games where he does really well.
Sure.
But you can't talk, Diego. You literally you didn't watch the game. Just shut up.
Hey! You got someone 200 Premier League goals? I don't think so.
Okay.
Sorry. Go on.
Do you, Diego? Do you have 200 Premier League goals?
I don't, but my team does. Yeah.
I mean, I do in FIFA in career mode.
There you go. I have a couple Champions Leagues. I think it's pretty good.
That's
I think so too.
League titles are there too.
I won 18 trophies so far with Wrexham, so that's pretty good.
I'm happy for you.
All right,
Thanks,
before we go, I just want to
say
congrats to Craig Dawson for scoring his first Wolves goal against Liverpool.
Come on, I'm kind of upset because they went above us. They almost won.
It was a great finish.
I love you, Craig. Come back, please.
You won't.
Did you see the Ruben Neves thing that he did?
The celebration thing?
Yeah, but like how you said his mind.
Yeah, it's his.
Yeah, saying it's Rashford's.
It's Rashford.
Yeah.
Did you see Rashford posted a picture of Novak Djokovic doing it? And he wasn't even doing the celebration.
Yeah, bro. Mark, relax, Mark. Come on, go feed the kids. Come on.
I mean, okay. On a stack though, Marcus Rashford is a top 3 player right now in the Premier League.
He is.
Oh, he's
I'm happy for him though.
By far. Yeah,
I just hate that it's United.
Exactly. Rashford. Personal level. Congrats.
United. Personal. United. Fuck United. All 3 of us can agree. And Arsenal.
Yeah.
Those two clubs we unanimously agree that we hate.
And West
we hate
Ham.
together.
From feeding children to feeding United. We love it. We love it.
Crazy. That was crazy. Sorry. All right. Well, I guess we'll just call it there.
Today.
We'll just call it there. Yeah. All right. Well, Andres, give me an outro today.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Please like and subscribe. It is free. We are at I don't know, 116 subscribers, 16, I believe now. 17, I don't know, but the goal is 200 before summer. So if you guys could help us out, that'd be great. And also stay tuned because Elijah and I will be doing a Chelsea versus West Ham reaction. Hopefully, if he's able to stay up, but we'll see. But look out for that if we do.
You might hurt yourself before the game even starts. So relax.
Shut up. It's going to be a good game. Hopefully a very good reaction, very heated reaction, I bet, depending on the result. If it's a tie, then it'll probably be boring. But anyways, besides the point, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.